Hi, this is Joan Newcomb, and today's Mystic Minute is time and space is breaking down. But is it? I've been having some very strange sensations lately of the past and future breaking down. And it's interesting, it's challenging, and sometimes uncomfortable. So I have these things now when I'm playing on my iPad as I'm getting ready to kind of shut my brain off for the night. I feel these things, reality sort of floating through, and it's not me processing the day, it's not coming from my analyzer, and it's not thoughts. So I'm not actually getting like word thoughts or anything, so it's not telepathy, but it is not exactly feeling emotions. It's not emotions, but they're feeling sensations that are floating through my space, and they're not locked into what somebody is feeling on the other side of the world from what's happening to them at that moment, because, well, it's only 4:30 in the morning in Madrid or whatever, but it is feeling sensations of people outside my reality. It's like, oh no, I haven't been there. I'm feeling this float through my space. And then the wild thing in the last month or so is also feeling sensations of other people who aren't physically present anymore. During the holiday times, the veils are thinner. And I had a couple of different times where I was experiencing sensing, feeling memories of people who are dead. And actually some of this was them having a feeling, sensing memory from before I was born. So I wasn't in that picture. Or they were having a sensing, feeling memory from something that happened, where they were living 3,000 miles away from me, having that experience. And I wasn't in that experience or on that experience during that time. And they're very quick impressions that fly through my space. It shows me what our reality is made up of, the components of the reality. And it also shows me that there's an aspect of that that is breaking down, but not in a way that it's broken, but it's just the solidity of it is not held in place. It shows me about operating at a higher level. You're not locked into time and space. So somebody else's memory experience from 65 years ago is not lost in the ethers. It's actually still in the ethers floating through. And somebody's sensing experience of the previous day is not locked into just their experience. How far away is Spain from Seattle? And the other thing that I've been having experiences of is sensations of being very, very old. And I've been going, okay, who do I know who's in this age range that would be in my space? And I've got a couple of clues that maybe, but not on a consistent basis would this person be thinking of me. So I think what's annoying to realize is it could be my future self. Because I've had experiences of my past self going into my future self. That my past self, when I was, in my 40s and having a difficult time, I would reach out to my future self to say, how did you get through this? And now I'm my future self, and it's like, oh, I get these waves of my past self transmission, so to speak, and I go, oh, it's all going to work out. I can't really explain to you how it did work out because you wouldn't be able to conceive it. It is so different now, but it's going to get better. So I'm starting to experience feelings of being much, much older than I am. And in my old reality, it would be who's outside there in this here and now that's invading my space is how the old interpretation would be. But now I'm thinking, oh, it's my future self. And as I'm saying this, I don't know why my future self is in my space right now, because I've been resisting it. And rather than resisting it, because it's like I'm 58 and I don't want to feel like I'm 85 right now, and or 95 or 107 or whatever this feeling is. I don't want to be that age yet, and it doesn't feel like they're imparting my wisdom. It's more like they're in my space for, I don't know, maybe I need to set up some structures now. That's what's coming through. So I'll have to listen more when this wafts through my space. So how this is useful is to be aware that you may be perceiving something on a higher level, and not to dismiss it or resist it like I've been doing, but be open to the greater awareness. Validate yourself that you're in greater awareness, and allow it and appreciate it, because it's enriching your life. So if you like these videos, you can subscribe to them on YouTube. You can also sign up below to get them in your inbox. If you want to know more, go to my website, joan-newcomb.com. I have a weekly radio show podcast. I write a weekly blog and newsletter. I do these videos about once a week. And I have some new coaching program offerings. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and go to my coaching programs. And I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.